guys, welcome back. So today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on this look that I'm wearing right now, which is a green smoky eye. I'm like obsessed with olive green and army green right now for fall, so I wanted to incorporate those colors into my eye look today. So I did a very light green on the inner corner, fading out to like a dark olive army green. And I'm actually really happy with the way that this turned out. I actually wasn't planning to film today. I just kind of sat down and was playing with makeup and turned the camera on, but I'm loving how this turned out. Hopefully the footage is good and I'll be able to show you guys this tutorial because I'm actually loving it. This video is also a collaboration with my friend Stefanie here on YouTube from the channel Little Lady Lori. I will link it in the down bar below as well as her video. She's also going to be doing a green smoky eye, but she has darker eyes. And me and Stefanie have been friends for a long time. I think around 2 years now. We actually did a collab video last summer together, so I'll link that in the down bar below in case you guys haven't seen it and you want to check it out. She has a very well-rounded channel. She does a lot of hair tutorials. She does makeup, beauty things, of course. And she also has a blog where she incorporates her like weekly recipes, which I think is really neat. So I know that you guys will love her channel and her blog, so be sure to go check it out when you're done watching this video. And I hope that you guys enjoy this green smoky eye that I created for you today. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, be sure to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up for more tutorials. And I will talk to you guys in my next one. Bye. Alright, so the first thing that I'm doing is priming my eyelids like I usually do, but today I'm actually trying out a new product. This is the Maybelline Super Stay Better Skin Concealer. I've talked about this in a couple of previous videos. I really like this concealer for my under eye area, so I thought that I would try it out on my lids, and I really like it. Once I set it with powder, it stays all day. And then to set the concealer, I'm going to be taking Makeup Geek's Peach Smoothie Eyeshadow and just buffing this all over the lid. I'm being kind of messy with it. You don't have to be too precise. I just keep it in the crease and below and just buff it all around with a fluffy blending brush. I used to use this shade all the time. It's a perfect shade if you're going to be doing a warmer look, but it's also great if you have a cooler look but you want just a touch of warmth to it. This shadow will give you that without it being too warm, so I love this eyeshadow. And now I'm also going in with another Makeup Geek eyeshadow called Frappe, which is just a little bit deeper than Peach Smoothie. It has more of a red base to it once it's applied. And I'm just taking this on a blending shader brush and applying it throughout the crease. I'm being pretty precise when I'm laying the product down, and then I gradually just build up the color and then start to blend it out. It's important with a smoky eye that you start off with little small applications and build the color up versus one big application. That's when you can start to look like you have raccoon eyes. And now I'm going to go ahead and go in with my lid color, and I'm going to be using the shade Jade from the Lorac Pro Palette, and I'm taking the MAC 242 brush just to press this onto the lid. This is my favorite brush for packing on color, so I'm just doing patting motions right on the lid and bringing it pretty far down to the lash line and making sure it's really blended and diffused down there because I am going to be not wearing eyeliner today. So once I have that done, I'm going to start to work it up into the crease slowly, and when I apply this color, I'm making sure that I get all the color off my brush before I go reapply more. Taking that same brush and MAC Fix Plus, I'm taking the color Celery by Bare Minerals, which is one of their loose shadows. I just apply the actual eyeshadow to the brush and then I spray some Fix Plus on it. Just one squirt, you don't want too much. And then I'm just applying this to the innermost part of my lid, and then I'm blending it to about halfway into the lid. And I'm also doing the exact same thing under my lash line as well. And just going back in and tapping just so that it's a little bit more blended and not so just cut crease. So yeah, that is what I'm doing right now. I love this color once it's intensified by the MAC Fix Plus. And then I'm just going back in with a blending brush and blending those colors together just to make sure that it's not so harsh right there at the beginning because it can tend to look like that on me. And then I'm taking a little bit more of that Frappe color and just applying it right on top where those two colors connect just to warm the look up just a little bit more. And I also went in with just a little bit of Chickadee, also by Makeup Geek, which is just a really pretty kind of like orangey yellow shade. And I'm just blending all of that out with that big fluffy blending brush now that I used at the very beginning, just to make sure that everything is just, you know, perfectly blended out. And then I'm going in with just a highlight color today. You can use any white that you have. This one is from the Lorac Pro 2 palette, I believe. I mixed cream and white, I'm pretty sure. I'll link it in the down bar below for sure though. And then again, I'm going back in with Frappe under the lower lash line. Love this color, and it helps to just connect the entire look from that green all the way out to that outer corner. And I'm just using a pencil brush to do that. And now I'm going to go back in and clean up all of the eyeshadow mess that I made. Doing a smoky eye can be quite messy, and I'm just using that Maybelline concealer that I used at the beginning to prime my eyes and blending that out with a beauty blender. And you get just a really nice sharp line, as you can see here, on the side using the beauty blender and a good concealer. So basically just cleaning up my mess right now and blending it out. Now switching gears a little bit, I'm going to move on to the face, and I'm going to be using the NYX Angel Veil Primer, the L'Oreal Magic Lumi Illuminating Primer, and then the Pores No More. You don't have to be so high maintenance when it comes to primers, but I am, because this combination has just been working so well for me. And then I'm going in with my foundation, and today I'm going to be using the Too Faced Born This Way foundation, which is actually one of my favorite foundations, and I'm just applying it with the Sigma F80 brush, and I'm just basically packing it again onto my skin and then blending it out once I have it on there. And doing that gives it a more full coverage effect, which is what I like, so I'm just blending that out all over my face. Now I'm going back in with that same concealer that I used earlier to clean up my eye look, which is the Maybelline Super Stay Better Skin Concealer. And I'm just applying some around the redness around my nose, my chin, a little on my forehead, and then I am going to go ahead and touch up under my eyes again in just a minute. And then I'm just blending that out with the Beauty Blender. Next, I'm going to be showing you something that I've been doing a little different recently, which is applying my highlighter right when I'm done applying my foundation. Usually I wait till after I have my blush and bronzer on, but lately I've been doing it this way, and I love the way that my face looks after I do it. I feel like it just blends in a lot better, and this highlighter in particular is great. It's by Smashbox, and it has a pink undertone to it, which normally I don't like, but for some reason it works with this highlighter, and I love it. Now to contour and highlight, I'm going to actually be taking the Shade and Light palette by Kat Von D, and I recently just hauled this. I'll link it in the down bar below in case you haven't seen that video, but I have been literally obsessed with this. It is so good, you guys. They're so smooth and buttery, and I'm going to be using the middle shade to contour with, and this has to be like the perfect contour shade that is ever made for my skin tone. I absolutely love it. It's not too muddy, but it's not too warm. It's just perfect. And then I'm going in with the two highlight shades that I just pointed to, and I'm just popping that right under my contour, and that's really going to make my contour stand out. And then I'm going back in with the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Bronzer in the shade Luminous, I think. And I'm just applying that all over my face just to warm it up a bit. And for this look, you honestly didn't even have to go in with a blush, but I've been loving this blush by Colourpop. It's in the shade Between the Sheets, and it comes off a little bit more pink on camera, but in real life it has more of like a warm peachness to it. So I've been loving that, and I love the formulation of those. And then for lip liner, I'm just going to be lining my lips with the Marc Jacobs liner in the shade Nudist, and I'm just going in and ever so slightly filling in my lips with this color as well. And then for lipstick, I'm actually going in with MAC lipstick in the shade Freckle Tone, which is actually a shade that Kim Kardashian made really popular when she first became known, and I love the shade so much back in the day that I looked it up and found out this is what it was. And then I'm just topping off my lips with a NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Fortune Cookie, and I love this combination so much together. I think it's really pretty. Alright, now switching gears back to my eyes, I'm going to be applying false lashes today. You don't have to, especially with a look this smoky, you really don't have to go in with lashes, but I always like to, so the ones I'm going to be using today are some of my favorites, if you couldn't tell, are the Ardell Double Up Demi Wispy lashes. So if you guys are fans of the original just Demi Wispies by Ardell, you'll love these if you want them to be a little bit more dramatic. These are so fluffy and beautiful. I seriously love these so much. They're definitely my favorites right now. I mean, they're just beautiful. And then I'm going in with some mascara. I'm actually using a brown mascara today instead of a black mascara for this look, and I just think it meshes really well with the greens and then the brown that we have on the lower lash line. And then I just went ahead and used this Rimmel liner to line my waterline, and this completes the look. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to let me know if you guys liked it in the comments below. Give this video a thumbs up and head over to Stefanie's channel and check her video out. And I will talk to you guys in my next one. Bye.